I'm Ann Nesbitt. I'm one of the co-authors of Anahario Saves the Beaver. And I'm here today with George Hartland, who is one of the other co-authors of our book. George, how are you doing?
Not too bad. How are you doing today, Anne?
Great. Do you want to tell us a little bit about yourself?
Sure. As Anne mentioned, my name is George. I'm the CAO for Friends of Rocky Mountain National Park. For those that aren't aware, Friends is a nonprofit organization that works here in Rocky Mountain National Park in Manitoba, Canada. We operate year round. We have a location at our Learning Center Nature Shop here in the town site of Wesagway, which is on the shores of Clear Lake. And we operate education programming 12 months of the year, school programming from September through to the end of June, summer camps in July and August. We also are involved in various research programs that happen here in the park and a lot of the special events that happen here at Rocky Mountain as well.
And you do a lot of land-based learning with kids.
Yes.
And why is land-based learning so important?
Well, I've been with the Friends organization for quite a while now, and we've definitely noticed over the last decade or so that more and more children are getting separated from their learning about nature and definitely experiencing nature throughout the year. No matter if it's spring, summer, fall, or winter, we've noticed a definite decrease in children getting into the great outdoors and just learning about what's around them. So we have been involved in our education programming that takes kids outside, getting them dirty, getting them hands-on knowledge about the land, the water, the trees, insects, everything around them.
And why is learning about those things important? What if we didn't ever learn about them?
Well, being on planet Earth, this is currently the only planet that we live on. We have a closed system, and it's important for children and adults to understand that our system is fragile and that everything we do impacts the land around us right now and our future generations. So if we don't respect and treat the land properly now, we'll have consequences later on down the road.
So when you're doing the land-based learning, it's starting to create a relationship with kids, and you do adults too, people, and the environment. And that's important.
Definitely. I mean, it's a lot of it is about getting outdoors, just experiencing the world around them, but it's also alleviating a lot of fears that children and adults have about the wildlife, about how the forest area is a scary location for some people, and just trying to break down those barriers so that when they do come out to Dry Mountain National Park or even out into their parks inside their towns and cities, that they are comfortable in their surroundings and they understand how to interact with the nature around them, but also their impact on that environment.
And what kind of activities do they do when they're there?
For our school programs, we focus a lot on, like you said, the land-based knowledge. So we'll go down to Clear Lake, we'll go back over to our marsh, we'll learn about the inhabitants in those waters, about how those waters are useful for our wildlife and our inhabitants here in the park, but also how the water flows from Clear Lake all the way over to the Hudson's Bay, and how what we do here will impact people and wildlife downstream. We focus in on birds, we learn about the bird species, how our night skies are important for our owl populations, about insects and amphibians, and just how all of our actions that we do impact how they survive and how they interact with the world around them.
So they're learning about the interrelationship of everything all together.
Definitely, we're all connected. What we do here in Rocky Mountain, like I said, affects things downstream. It affects the wildlife, it affects the plants, the trees, affects the quality of amphibians hundreds of kilometers away from us. So we do have to be careful about what we do while we're outside, how we impact the environment, and the traces that we leave behind.
And when kids are engaging in these activities, they're learning to watch and look at a whole different level and experience a different level.
Definitely. I mean, we go from the macro level to the micro level. I mean, we'll be out there with our magnifying glasses and microscopes looking at the bacteria in the water or the little fungi that grow on the rocks or trees. And then all the way up to, like I said, the large animals that live here at Rocky Mountain National Park, whether they're moose or bear. And just, again, understanding how they're all connected and how we impact them through our interactions here in the park.
And looking at the layers and layers and layers of life. Isn't that amazing?
Definitely. I mean, the trees and plants have been around for thousands upon thousands of years. The water we have has been here for millennia. And it's just making sure that we understand that what we do now definitely will impact the future.
And you are doing a wonderful job of it. And you will be back to talk to us about more things. Thank you for being here today. And we'll say bye-bye.
See you, Anne. Take care.
You too.